We have all competed in some way, whether that be a job promotion, sport, or even a video game. And odds are, within your competition, you probably got cheated. That could have been a hack in a video game, or that could have been a competitor using drugs in sports. Today I'm going to be talking about the effects of performance-enhancing drugs in sports. One of the most common examples of this is Barry Bonds. At the beginning of his career, Barry Bonds averaged 32 home runs per season. At the end of his career, or the last half of his career, Bonds averaged 43 home runs per season thanks to steroids, despite the fact that he was aging. Here's what Barry Bonds looked like before and after steroids. Very, very different. Gretchen Pruitt of the Recovery Village found in 2021 that 12% of male high school athletes used PEDs. That's astonishing. That's our local athletes that we all know. Now I want you to think of a time that you were cheated out of something, a time that you worked hard, but somebody took a shortcut and got the award or the achievement, or they found the success, not you. That probably felt pretty bad. Well, our young athletes who are looking to get scholarships, this is happening to them because their competitors are using PEDs. PEDs need to be eliminated from sports because they threaten competition, they hurt our athletes physically, and they're stripping opportunities from our younger athletes. Let's take a deeper dive into the problem we're facing here. PEDs are still very common in the sports world despite big cases like Bond's case. Megan Thee of the New York Times wrote in 2018 that 10% of famous athletes are using steroids. That's not including other PEDs. That's 1 in 10 of our famous athletes. Here's a picture of a graph that shows the number of athletes who have been banned from Olympic sports. At the top we have Russia with the most, and right around here we have the United States, right in the middle of the pack. PEDs are a widespread global issue. This is not just in the United States. But why is this all important? Well, those who don't have the means to acquire these drugs are suffering because those who can acquire them are using them and they're not getting punished. They're able to get away with it and they're able to outperform those who have worked hard. Jay Prioto expanded on steroids and what they can do to an athlete in 2019. He found that you can see a 5 to 20% increase in strength, and you can gain in weight by 4.5 to 11 pounds. This sounds pretty good, right? Well, actually, Jay Prioto goes on to say that they can actually hurt you. Steroids focus on just the muscle and strengthening the muscle. They don't focus on the tendons. With weightlifting, you're proportionally strengthening your tendons and your muscles. But with steroids, just the muscle is hit. So they can all of a sudden exert all this force, but your tendons aren't strong enough to handle that force exertion. This is where we see a lot of that injuries start to occur. Now, who is being affected the most by these PEDs? Well, as I said, it's the young athletes who are working hard for scholarships, and their competitors are going to PEDs to get the shortcut to get the scholarship. It's terrible. We can see there is a problem, and we need to eliminate PEDs. But how do we solve that? Well, here's my solution. We need to advocate for the government's involvement in this problem. The government can provide funding to smaller organizations that can't afford testing. Once the government provides those funds, smaller organizations, especially high school organizations, can test athletes, and those who are using drugs at the high school level will be exposed. Not only will they be punished, but they'll be exposed and they'll be shamed because those who find out that they were using them they'll look at them in a different way. They'll experience shame. Brian Lickel in 2015 wrote that shame is much more effective. Shame is much more effective in motivating change than guilt or embarrassment. Surely this solution will create change. Now you might be thinking, we've already had a lot of drug busts in sports, but those were all at the professional level. If we look here, here are some of our most famous drug busts: Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, and Lance Armstrong. The problem is not in the professional level, it's in the younger level. If we can start with our young generations, we can teach them early that drugs are not okay, and we can get them not addicted to these drugs. People can be taught at a younger age, and therefore we can prevent future drug abuse. Now you see the problem we're facing, and you see that we can solve it. Let's look at what the solution will look like in action. We're going to have an example here. So let's say there's 20 athletes attending a college camp. One of them will walk away with a scholarship. However, because the government provided funding to this organization, 3 of them got tested positive for drugs. So they are all of a sudden eliminated from this. Now the person who actually deserves a scholarship will get the scholarship. This is just goes to show how effective this solution will be and how it will help those who deserve scholarships. Now the positives of my solution is that it targets the younger audience and it gets them taught early that drugs are not okay. The negatives of not implementing my solution start with the fact that people are already advocating for the legalization of drugs. This is terrible because drugs hurt our athletes, and if we just let drugs go on, those who don't have the means to acquire them will never acquire them at the younger level. That might not be true at the professional level, but the younger level is our problem. Additionally, those who see people getting away with drug use will go ahead and do it because they see that their friends are getting away with using PEDs. So why can't I? Sam Summers writes in 2015, the unethical behavior is more likely to happen when you see others acting that way and getting away with it. Hopefully you've begun to grasp the problem we have, but the solution we can implement to get rid of this problem quickly. PED and their use is going unrecognized. They're threatening our athletes, their physical health, and their opportunities. And it's threatening the pure competition of sport. We need to advocate for the government's involvement. We need to educate our peers. And within 5 to 10 years, with the implementation of my solution, I think we can cut that 12% of high school athletes using down to an 8%. We have to act fast and we have to act now. All of us have worked hard for something and worked so hard that we got that achievement, that success. Now I want you to think of what that thing is for you and imagine if it got stripped from you all because one person decided to cheat. That's what's happening to our young athletes. If we act fast, we can stop it. Thank you.